Hey, in this video I'm going to show you how to build a cat with a trackball and a scroll wheel and buttons. So, therefore you have to go first to the linksworkshop.com and download the cat trackball package. When it's downloaded, we have to open it and extract. Inside the file you will find a PDF, and first of all you have to do is to order the necessary parts that you're going to need to build the tool. So that's all of this and this. And here you will find the circuit, how it's going to solder it all together, and here how it looks. Besides the PDF you're going to find the STL files that you have to print out all of these. Let's have a look at buttons, for example. That's the buttons. Also, there is a folder with Blender files, so if you want to make some changes, you are free to do so. Let's also have a look at the buttons. And there we have the buttons. Don't save. Also we have the Arduino code that we'll use later in the video. First thing we're going to do is get rid of this metal piece and cut off one of the contacts so it's not in the way when we build it all together. Like so. That's not needed, and we can cut off one of the contacts which is the farthest away from the actual switch button, like this. You can see the red one on top, and the farthest from these red buttons you can cut off. You don't have to, but it's much easier this way. So now we're going to take the finger module and the button module and put the switches inside. But before we do that, we're going to put the bearings inside the thumb module, because when the buttons are inside, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. So we need 4 ceramic bearings for the thumb module and 2 for the ball holder. And there are in the module, inside the circle, there are 4 pockets where you can put it in. So yeah, those ones inside. That's exactly where they go. There, there and there. You will have to use some force to push them in. Okay, yeah, there they are. Just a small test. Yeah, feels good. And now we can put the buttons in. That just goes like so. So the middle, yeah, so the red button have to go in the middle, like so, and not so. This is right, and this is wrong, and this is right. Yeah, next step, we're going to push that one inside here, like so. And the other side as well. Yep. That's good. Now we're going to put all the switches inside the finger module. So it's the same as a button module. So these two are right. So the red button of the switch have to be in the middle, and this is wrong. It's on this far side. And the next step, do the same. Just slide it in. Yep, that's done. So now we're going to take the ball holder. That's this butt one. Oh, come focus. And now we're going to set up the lens and the optical sensor. Before you do that, you have to, before you build it in, you have to take up this sticker on top. So the optical sensor goes inside of the ball holder, and it goes like come focus, like so. And the lens goes inside like so. There's actually only one way how it's going to fit. If the optical sensor is put wrong way in, the lens is not going to fit. You just have to use some force and push the lens in. And it's have to look like this. So the next step is to solder everything together like in the circuit. And the circuit you will find in the PDF that is included in the downloaded files. Before we start soldering everything together, we also have to put the electronic parts inside the ball holder. So the first, we take the capacitor 4.7, then goes in the first hole, also the closest hole to the optical sensor. And the minus side, and the minus goes towards inside, towards the middle of the ball holder, and the plus is outside. The next capacitor is a 3.3, and the next two are the 0.1. Like so. The next we're going to put the LED inside. So the LED goes inside here, and the resistor goes in here. So now we can solder it all together according to this circuit. So the ball folder is finished. So I hope I didn't make any mistakes, but that's how it looks. Also, I'm using this thermal isolation that you just heat up, these black ones, these ones. It's just easier. So the next, we're going to solder together the buttons. So here it's a thumb module. I'm trying a new design, and compared to what's in PDF. Oh. And that's how it looks. So notice I soldered the outer one on this side, on the outside one on this side, and in the middle there's some space for this cover. So now there is some isolation. Nothing can happen. So now I prepared all the modules, and they look like so finished. That's a thumb module. Also the encoder. And now we're going to solder it all to the Arduino. I'm also going to cut the pins in half so it takes less space. So this is the safety connection. It's just in case if something goes wrong. If I disconnect this one, I can upload the code again, because sometimes it can go wrong if you use keyboard or mouse modules on Arduino. So now I've soldered everything together, not everything but the encoder, because encoder we have to build it first in before we solder it. But these parts we can solder it together and then put it through all the holes. But before we do that, we're going to test if everything is working. Therefore, we're going to connect the Arduino to the computer. And inside our downloaded folder, there is Arduino files, and we need the test. First, we're going to start the Arduino and open the sketch. Control open, downloads, trackball, Arduino, test. Close that one. So first we have to check if it's connected. Yes, it is. Now we can upload it. Open, save, upload. Done uploading. Now we go to Tool, Serial Monitor. So if you push the button, here we go. E0, E1. So that's buttons. That's button 0. That's button 1, button 2, button 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, So that working. 15, 16. Yep, that looks good. Up. And so the trackball. Yep, that works as well. So let's put the ceramical bearings inside the ball holder. There are 2 spaces for that. Over the lens. Let me switch to another view and show you. See? Oh, come focus. There we are. So now we're back to the testing. So far is everything working. Now we can put it all together. First we're going to build in the encoder. First we're taking the wheel, and there's this axis. We just push it in. Depending on the material, it can be quite hard to get it in, so you kinda maybe have to cut something off or sand it away. So I'm just going to cut it off. So now that goes inside here. So that's how it looks. So now we're going to solder that as well. Disconnect from the PC. Also, it doesn't matter on which side of the encoder you're going to solder to which side. Only the ground is important. The other ones we can change in the code, so don't worry about it. So the encoder is soldered to the Arduino as well. Now we're just going to put everything through. The sum module goes through the sum module hole, the ball holder as well. Then the ball, just make sure the bearings are in, like so, and then that just goes above it. With a little bit of force. Should look like this. And now be careful with the wires and just slide it in. So now the thumb module, finger module, also just going through, check. Make sure the wire is not in between, just goes above. So if the wheel is a little bit tight, just clean it up. It's probably somewhere dead or from the printing. So the next thing, we'll take the lid and those clips. And they go in these holes. The easiest way to take a screwdriver and push it in. Like so. So now all eight of them inside. So now we connect the Arduino again to the speaker cable. And careful, put everything in. Now close it up. And it's done. So now we're going to test it again. Connect to the PC. Go back to the Arduino IDE. Serial monitor. Yep. So the trackball is working. The scroll wheel working as well. If the scroll wheel is working the wrong way, you just have to change the pins. Just here 1 and here 0. And upload again. So now upload it. Yeah, so now it's working like my mouse. And buttons are still working. Nice. So now you can upload the actual code. Go to open, go back, so downloads. The download file, Arduino files, not test, but this one. C is standing for cat, R for right-handed, then BW, that's for buttons and wheel, for scroll wheel, and BT is for buttons and trackball. You have to upload that one. Upload, save, upload. Oh, no, that one, upload. And now we are finished. The next step, you will have to go back to links and look at the video tutorial about the links GUI app to the site, and it's about that one. You will have to go to GitHub, download the GUI prototype, and I will show you how to use it. And also be here in tutorials. I'm just about to record it. See you.